All right, for Digital Muscle, I'm Sean Ray representing the Mutant Nation with Big Bola Ojex, the Nigerian Nightmare, who's got a very interesting story he's going to share with us as he prepares to defend his title in the 212 Masters at the Legion Sports Festival held in Reno, Nevada, October the 24th. Bola, you're not an overnight wonder, man. You've been here for a little bit. I remember your story. I think it started in England before you made your way to the United States. And a year ago, you won the 212 at the Legion show?
Yes, that was same time last year when the whole COVID thing was happening. It was the Legion Masters Pro World Championships.
And that's not your first pro show. Give us some history on your pro.
I turned pro a while back in 2003. This was in England, the British Grand Prix, and I've done a lot of contests since then. I moved to the States in 2009, and I've always competed in the 212 class. So it's been a long run and a good journey.
Now, you did try to do the Open as well, right?
Yes, I actually started. There was no 212 when I turned pro, so I was competing in the Open. And then they brought this 212 class, and
which is kind of a blessing for you because your height and weight.
Kind of a curse and a blessing. It kind of makes you, if you let it, not work as hard. Because back in the day, I won't have the advantage. I'll just have to grow more, train harder, believe more, and have to be successful in the Open. Like you're 5'7", and you have those bellies, which I have, and so I truly believe I could do it in the Open too.
Well, one of your strong points is those big billowing quadriceps that you have. I remember doing some commentary a couple of times. I actually thought they were a little bit too big. Nice big quadricep sweep. So a year ago, you win the Legion Sports Festival, and then you start training again to get ready for a show earlier this year. What show were you training for?
I was training for the New York Pro, 5th of May, I think. I was about 5 weeks out, and everything happened.
Everything happened. The guy blew out both quadriceps and landed in the hospital. How did that happen?
I was squatting with my buddy Danny Ewan. You all know him, classic physique champion, and I did my warm-ups and stretch as usual, but I've been having a bit knee pain for a few months, and I never really checked it out. I really thought just the stretching and all that was good enough, and one after the other, I popped total tear, tore my quads off the tendon.
Simultaneously?
Yes.
On both legs?
On both legs.
So I think the moral of the story is when you feel something that doesn't feel right, you can't just train through it, nor can you just simply ignore it. So do you think that maybe had you gotten an MRI when you felt the pain that you were ignoring, that maybe that could have prevented what happened?
Oh, definitely. The surgeon told me I ignored a lot of simple things I could have treated and been better. At the same time, it's a challenge, and I learned it made me stronger. It made me not ignore things, and it's made me more dedicated now this time around coming back.
Well, I think dedicated is an understatement. This guy was in a hospital bed not more than 6 months ago, wondering what he was going to do because he tore both quadriceps. I got to imagine there had to be a bit of depression that went through your head, because I think about the things I cannot do if you take my legs away. And the isolation you must have experienced in the midst of a global pandemic. Laid up in a hospital, you're a personal trainer by profession, and suddenly you have both legs snapped out from under you as you're training for a show in the month of May. And now here we are, midway through October, and a little bit more than a week, you're going to be standing on a bodybuilding stage to be judged again in the 212-pound division as a Masters competitor. What kind of recovery have you made?
It's amazing. I don't know. I think it's spiritual as well, because I'm a big believer in God, in Jesus, and all the recovery. I mean, I spent so much on recovery, everything to do with recovery, and tried so many things, started eating well, and I did everything I could, and that helped. But spiritually, I truly believe it usually takes at least 18 months. It's 6 months, and I'm going back on stage.
So while you were laid up contemplating your future as a bodybuilder, where were your fans? Where were your friends?
You guys, and without you, I won't be sitting here today. I believe so. My true friend here, Sean Ray, called me up at the hospital about an hour or so, came to the hospital. I was in great pain, and he was debating about GoFundMe and how am I going to survive, because I'm going to be in a wheelchair for like 3 months. And he suggested the GoFundMe, and basically conversation ended with me being a bit upset, saying no, I can't do that. And he went ahead and you did it anyway. And I just want to thank you guys. In 3 days, I had like $4,000. 3 days, so you can imagine what I had in 2 months. Without you guys, I just want to thank you.
Yeah, that's incredible. I believe spiritually as well, and I used to pray to be a little bit taller. Just never, my prayers were never answered. But your recovery has been nothing short of miraculous. Is there anything you cannot do now that you're walking?
Right now, I can walk. I can even skip.
Are you able to squat?
Yes, I can squat with just 25s.
Are you afraid?
No. The recovery I've made, the flexibility, the strength, things I would have neglected, I'm doing them now. It's actually a repair. I'm not scared of squat. It's meant to, I would say 98% of us shouldn't squat because we don't have the range to do it. That's the problem. It's not the squat, it's us.
Yeah, I would be so much in my head that if I tore my quads squatting, I probably would never squat again. I'd be afraid.
I squatted today, right?
Yeah, we went to the gym, and this guy is an able-bodied walking miracle who's going to take to the stage October the 24th to defend his 212-pound title coming off of double quadriceps surgery, complete tears, and now he is back at it. Will be on stage. Make sure you check out the Legion Sports Festival. For Bola Ojex, I'm Sean Ray right here at digitalmuscle.com.
Thank you.